Eye Noyo Minto TV Egetacho Kiamangana Manuke.
Emarogoba engi omwancho morigereria andonsia soto bwatete korwa ase bitunwa naboigo ebirubo bya gusii ngegenete ngagwatwaria ritukorigia andonsia soro mwancho morigereria chingakingo kwarigania namagoka abere ase okwemanyia Amayia bunanyaria ko bakagwateka korwa chinsinyo inye chinsi buyamono ase botambe kogechore getaseni kiyo Minto TV nakoekora egetaseni kiao nambe yemo sangana inche korubono goika omoerio Erietariane botambe pakondoka Jevas Ratemo. Ase metandao yonsi yekerero aso mutandao ito Facebook wagotonyora buna TV Oyo Minto aso mutandao ito YouTube ni gotoko gochera buna Oyo Minto TV Kenya. Tochaka namangana Amayia korwa asomoroberio onyota mwanche morigereria ritukoria rero nigo tokomanywa buna omurai bense omosike William Ruto nigo anyara kotenenera omoroberio onyota asokobwatoka chibese chisaine chisiringi chipirioni isato ochia ase abasae gwetania eribu rigana erimo abo ase rentunde ya kabere yokobwatoka chibese ichio asomoroberio onyota murai wense nigachika goteba buna eye nebese erachi gokonya abasae kwenekia nga ngwikerani bare ndoto yabo nabo gokobasira konyora ebinto biri baganeirie ase amangana yokwegendereria na kwenyorera emeremo gose gochaka obonchoreria oraboti oruo buna rokobwatia
All 47 counties are today receiving business support worth more than 3 billion Kenya shillings. This is one of the largest coordinated investment ever made in Kenya's young entrepreneurs, because when we invest in enterprise, we invest in the future of our economy.
Vijana ambao tuko nao hapa ni vijana 8,900 kutoka kaunti hizo tatu za Nakuru, Baringo na Nyandarua. Na leo nimewahakikishia kwa niaba yao, leo wanatoka hapa na pesa ya nyota.
Hili rais amesema ya kwamba zile leseni za kaunti zetu zikuwe zimetolewa, zimekuwa waived kwa hawa vijana na wasichana wafanye biashara.
Wakati Mheshimiwa Rais alizungumza, alisema kwamba amezungumza na investor yule Dangote, the richest man in Africa, aje aweke refinery.
Mwancho morigereria tokogendera motwe nigo tokomanywa buna oyo kabeire omonachia ebina omonene na boigo oyore okorigia ekerokio borai bwense omosike David Maraga nigo rituko ria rero anyarire kwemurunganiria eserikali ase amang'ana ariogocherera abantu maminjaneri chiko kaukwana ase omochio Nairobi nigo omosike Maraga atebire buna nigo eserikali ebwenete korigia chinchera chindonge chiokobwata abakagerwa nande etigane ebikorwa ebio biogocherera abantu ase chinchera chitabwenereti.
It's extremely unfortunate because here are people who have lost lives. The families are grieving, and the state doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. It is extremely sad. The whole thing boils down to a breakdown of the institutions. The institutions are broken down, and that's what we need to revive, so that we have institutions carrying out their duties, facilitated and given all they require to carry out their investigation, to carry out their mandates, so that people don't suffer.
We must call on the government to do much more. There must be a tighter management of the missing persons database. We must find ways of not having to wait for 3 days before we can report people who are missing. Particularly for children, those first few hours are probably the most critical. They may be trafficked, they may be sexually abused, they may even be killed in those few hours. And therefore it is important that we create an infrastructure, an ecosystem that allows us to raise the alarm, to have the whole community look for those children and return them to our homes when they go missing.
And I think now is the time for all countries, not least of all Kenya, which has played such an important role in the world, to stand up and to protect and promote human rights. Kenya is on the front line of so many issues that are important to the African continent and to the world, and I think it can really be a role model for democracy, for the promotion and protection of human rights, and for conveying a sense that humanitarianism is still important in the 21st century. So I hope that Kenya goes into these elections being highly cognizant of the fact that the whole world is watching and hoping for the best for you and for your.
Mwanchi umurigereria bono nigo aba Kenya bakunyara koba bakoboriwa banyare gwesoke kendabu goche korengwa oborweire bori bwa kansa ababwatani bobochenu au bagukwana gwetera asomoroberio o Africa Cancer Screening Foundation insemo cha Nairobi nigo banyare koboria aba Kenya besokie asokoringoriwa oborweire bwa kansa kendabu gotarachi gotwara chinguru nigo bachikire bateba buna okonyorwa koringoria oborweire bwa kansa na kuokonyara ko bagokoreta amakweria mange asa abantu nigo batebire buna gwetania abantu chiribu 45 nigo bono iga babwate oborweire bwa kansa imeyense na igo mbaroro bado batararingoriwa oborweire bwa kansa.
We have a quote that says early detection saves lives, because early detection means that the cancer will be caught early before it advances to a more difficult stage or spreads beyond the primary area of the cancer. So it's important to have screening. One, we encourage women to do their breast self-examination every month. And then after the age of 40, women encouraged to go for their annual mammograms, because we'd want it to be caught as early as possible, because if it's caught early, the treatment will be less complicated, the prognosis will be better, and the chances of survival will be bigger.
Cancer is no longer a rare disease or something that happens to other people in other countries. It is here. It is in our markets, our churches, our matatus, our county hospitals, our dance halls, our nightclubs, you name them. And too often, it is diagnosed too late. Not because our people lack strength or courage, but because they lack information. For today, our goal is to raise between Kenya shillings 15 million and 30 million. Funds that will go directly toward screening, training, and closing the gaps I have just described. It's an ambitious range, but every person in this room today has already proven through your presence and your history with this foundation.
Right now, I know you see survivors speaking all over, and it gives hope to anyone who is newly diagnosed that it's not a killer. Before, we knew that cancer is a death sentence, but now we know we've seen people going through treatment and finishing, and they thrive and they continue leading, I would say, almost normal lives. Yeah, because you're never the same after that.
Mwanchu morigereria ekero togendera bate mutwe nigo tokomanywa buna aborokia amona aborokiwa besukuru ya Nyabiore eyo egotoka imeye wadi ya Magenche ebunge yabo machoge burabu county ya Kisii nigo bairanerie mbuya mono gochia asomo gabana bwe county ya Kisii omosike Paul Simbarati asomo roberio buko babekera amache ase skuru eyo baukwana nigo banyare goteba buna nigo amache anyare koba omochando monene ase skuru eyo na nonye na saba menyi be skuru eyo oigo nigo bairaneirie omogabana mbuya mono ase ogwanchera abanyakenyoro benseme eyo korusia amache korwa ase eskuru eyo ya Nyabiore chingaki echio nigo abamenyi benseme eyo bairari bagerio koboria omogabana bakobwaterana nomosike Obadia Barongo bachikobwaterana kwaene kiabuna chipara chenseme echo chietanaine eskuru ya Nyabiore ngochichire ko bachikorosiwa buya erindo borendi bonyare gotinga enseme eyo ambarabare neskuru ya Nyabiore
Namugoko monne kurwa saborokiwa beskuri ya baiseke ya St Mary's Nyabiore botuke wodi ya Magenche bungi ya machogo bruge county ya Kisii magayo komwira ne mugabana bwe county ya Kisii omusike Paul Simbarati mbuye mono asoko ba macha yonyale ko baga ko bachanda singa kentambe asebo igomba ruro ko buri ose mugabana Paul Simbarati no mo fast ready mei kwambuka Simba boigo mobungo machoge bara bomusko Badia Barongo banyara ko babako bakonya elio ko barosiria chinjira kiesi skuru eyo asabuna nigo bagwetera engaki entambe anene monengaki iyembura boigo nigo baboliro mugabana Paul Simbarati asobwa matebwa yo buyano mora ibwenso muske William Samoei Ruto kubwatia skuru basi ya nyali ko bagekolie weira noyo kabero mo konyi bo mora ibwenso muske William Samoei Ruto engaki eyo nabono ro mora ibwense anyara ko bagako bakonya basi eyo basira sigense yechisabari cha masomo boigo nechigosori.
First of all, we thank our governor for giving us what we were lacking at in St. Mary's Nyabiore, our school, is a school bus. A school bus can help us when we are going out, trip, drama, or even sports. We had a trip, but it was cancelled because we lacked a school bus. Yes. But if you give even one school bus or even more, we will appreciate.
Jina naitwa Dolphin Mora, nasomea St. Mary's. Na tauni kuja hii shule, shida nimeona. Pavement zetu ni matope. Kukinyesha tunakanyaga matope. Inaharibu viatu zetu zinajanga tu vumbi.
Jacob Onkyo mono asenge nchiyo kusugumengane yega ngati yarenge eyobo raisi mono moske saranyainya na Timothy Ogugu tiwatigirma ega so wakirumbuya mono aseba begeto mukyobo kwene kyange skuru ya baske ya Nyabiore yuskuru ya bene imeye wori ya Magenche yanyorira machi
nabo igo nande tiganyira neringambya mono ase o gavana eto Paul Simbarati asogo to amacha yaiga na mwira neringambya mono omone nagendera ko momenta chisemi chiga agendera ko tokonya ko nero rase count unet la kiyomo kubwa Simba nere ngambya mono asinge asogo sugume genteke
to amaji yegoro kono ko ngo ko ngo miaka ya itire kumi ujumaega lakini to the dio bokonyora amaja but the governor did miracles to ira amaji Gerado ira maji na to moko congratulate mono anda gendere ko bilia maji abo jama ku mali tali mujia so lengene ga sia na uchi tu kama ata ali na ga ne mono na gochia sinali gochiro wa saba minto bali na gochia sai dienda no ko kanyo kolego nendi yako boko bwa gaba na to konye iga su pinde bigende distance okay ni chamu sai
Ingo ripoti ligeta senike yo Minto TV ngorwa iga ase wodi ya Magenche umachogerwa bwe county ya Kisii nje Brian Bichanga
Mwancho morigereria korwa ase sukuru eyo ya Nyabiore nigongo koira asomo timoko omwenge kegima korende tosuka korwa ase TV yao ikegera koira nande na yanda mange ayo abasaki baito bamang'ana batwariganeirie emaragoba ya bono tosuka togendare kwirana ndi togendere kwimanyia amange.
Iyi Noyo Minto TV egetacho kiamang'ana amanuke.
Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi ndio Sifuna.
Kulima wa kahawa alikuwa anangojea mwezi moja, mwezi tatu, mwezi ine alipwe. Ni kweli ama si?
Hii mjamaa tumeweka kwa kona.
Gaturangeria atwa iguri umurobiro bw'inyameni bono oiranire asobo chori bo mwaka bw'ikiri 2025 ibere umurobiro bw'inyameni ni goracho koleterwa gocha sore kila rikiri Jumatano gocha ka Chinsa Ibere 10th goika Chinsa Isato 10th
ala wa finance ule
hii mambo shilingi 400-500 inasunguzwa hapo, hiyo ni upuzi, ni usensi, ni upumbavu.
Ni kelele na wapigwa ni wezi ambao tumekanyagia wao pipe ambao walikuwa wananyonya.
Finally, nilienda mtihani na haikuibiwa.
Egere tu esemye na kwemanya amaberera siasa unabetetenze asoro gongoro wangu siasa kaunti yenye mire na Kisi boigo Kenya.
We utaiba kura zetu.
Team Seal Consultancy deals with all environmental and security consultancies. We also do thesis, project and proposal writing for commercial purposes and student career guidance. We deal with environmental and security related thematic subject matter, highly qualified impact assessment, audit-led expert accredited by NEMA. We also deal with pure research, project writing, thesis and proposal formulating. Areas of interest include security, environment, criminology, social work, governance, public administration, political science, disaster management, and many other core general areas of interest in our research field. For more information, contact us at 0720248585 0720248585. Our email address is teamseallimited@gmail.com. Karibu Team Seal Consultancy.
Chakari tukuria obotamben nomoroberio obokano yo minto kurwa igasi gitasenika kyo minto TV. Uyu nomoroberio origeti gokomanyia kogosemia na boigo gokorokereria andonsia ria gokorekana imeyense yabwatekaine nechisemi richiko siasa oboremi chigaseti na boigo ebitage biri bigendete gokorekana imeyense asoborai na siasa cy'umwaka o 2027. Bwata etariki keraritu kuna inje Jevas Ratemo imeyo moroberio obokano yo minto erinde bwesemie na boigo bwemanyie amange aya gokorekana imeyense. Ne omwanchi omorigereria aye no monchoreria gose omorandia gose omorokia gose omonyagitari otagete emeremo yao enyare kumanyekana gochia asa abantu abange bono egetaseni kyo Minto TV nigo kyo kwari bagari ya mono erinde kobeka ebiasara bya asembeo erinde binyare kumanyekana asa abantu abange bono etoke nigo bwate eduka yokonia amariogo gose chemistry otware eduka yokonia mariogo yetugo gose chindagera chietugo eye manyekaine buna agrofet gose esukuru yao otagete enyare kumanyekana asa abantu abange bono egetaseni kyo Minto TV nigo kyo kwari bagaria bene kobeka ritangazo lya asembeo aserigori yomobuko twakere esimi ase namba ya 07 08 488 488 wose ototomereri uko wetera ase namba yeyo orende ase mutandao o WhatsApp boigo na bogototomera email yao wetera ase email yaito ya TV Oyominto @gmail.com erinde tonyare kubeka ritangazo riao asembeo boigo onye kubwate ekerengererio ryo kubeka umoroberio o asembeo asenjira yeyemo aseyemo gose live coverage inyoranga TV Oyominto nigo ego kwaribaga rya bene kigima erindo nyare kubeka umoroberio asembeo beka ritangazo ria asembeo wetera asegeta senikiga bwanchite ya TV Oyominto.
Iyi Oyominto TV egetacho kiamangana manuke.
Buyabono omwanchi omorigereria asoko gendera gotigara imiegeta seni kiga Oyominto TV erio kwemanya gwesemia na boigo kwegokia. Toko gendera mutwe omwanchi omorigereria nigo bono ekegambero kianyarire koborigwa kwayereria ebina igoro yabagambi yabanachia ebina abo banyaete gosiria amagima abo ase chinchira chiobotutukanu. Omonachie ebina oyomo bo yumanyikaine buna Edward Muthe na Esther Wairimo abo basiretie amagima abo ase chinchira chiobotutukanu nigo bono ebina byabo bitaranyara konachwa goika bono iga. Ekero abanachie ebina abande banyara okora okorobekana chinsemo chiatika erio gosuguma eserikari nabo igo ebigambero kwayereria okoigwe kwa kwebina ebyo bagoteba buna okonyorwa gotegererwa kwebina ebyo nokoa ribaga bari banyarete koba bagoita abanachie ebina ebyo abanachi ebina abwo abanyarete koba bagosireria abanachi ebina abwo obogima bwabo. Oigo nigo banyare koboria oborendi bonyare gotinyigwa ase abanachi ebina ekiagera nigo banyeire gotwara obwoba chinchera abo bamwabo basiretie amagima ase chinchera chiobotutukanu.
There's a weak link in the justice system, then it sends a bad message to the public that anyone can get away with anything. So anyone can get away with murder. So we are calling on the Inspector General to hasten the investigations. We are calling on the DPP to make sure that these cases are watertight when they are taken to court. And we are asking the court to make sure when these matters come before the courts, they are expedited. We want to see convictions. We want to see justice for advocates.
It's unfortunate that lives are being taken carelessly in Kenya right now. Ni kama kuua umbwa. It has become the norm of the day. And this is something that is actually enshrined in the Constitution. The leadership of this country is supposed to protect the lives of people, as the Constitution provides. And so we are saying as advocates, the lives of advocates matters, the lives of Kenyans matters, and every incident that is reported to a police station should be taken into consideration, and investigations should be conducted swiftly and without discrimination.
We need expeditious a process, which is not just expeditious, but must be seen to be done on an expeditious basis. So that is what we are advertising, talking about. That's what we are capitalizing on. Expeditious process, that's what we want.
So we are asking all the investigative agencies out there, please bring us to speed with what is happening. Take up your responsibilities the way the law requires you to.
Mwancho morigereria nigo bono abasubati amona abateneneri babangina kurwa county ya Homa Bay besokirie na kugikeria bororo ebikorwa biri bagokorrekana asamangana siasa nigo banyari goteba buna ebikorwa ebyo nigo byaba bekire obwoba na mono ekero bagweswanania asamangana siasa oigo nigo banyari kuboria abantu banyari gwetana na siasa eyo egotumia ebibago erinde banyare korigereria asamagendero yense nigo bagusaba eserikali nyare kwabikira oborendi boisaine na mono ekero bagokora siasa chiabo.
women are more vulnerable in politics because this country is patriarchal. That means the men are thought to be the one to be leaders, but they think women are supposed to be in the kitchen, cooking and other things.
Comes with a lot of financing, and the other thing was pegged on patriarchy and the social norms that are there that normally discourage women from really actively participating in governance and politics.
Women do perish, some even die, some even commit suicides because the community now are viewing them like you got yourself into it, you have no one to blame. So we are just appealing to different organizations not only to train women during politics and also after politics. What really happens after politics is more critical than actually what happens during politics. I think the community should now look at this thing as a thing that it should be a past thing, something that now they should not work with it. Women can lead in elective positions. And the aspect of you are exchanged with the cows and you cannot lead, that thing has been gone, has gone by, days has gone by.
Wekeraga abu mwancho morigereria no nkobutorera Amayia no yominto TV Chinsa echiga chiabono maragoba. Buyamono ase okoira ribagari yao na kogechore getaseni kyo yominto TV kobe getaseni kya na mbeyemo erio kwemanya hwesemia na bwe kwegokia asaria okorekana kurwa chinsinyo chonsi inye chinse. Buyamono yabene kuchiase bari bagutubwatie gwetera somotandao ito Facebook na boigo somotandao ito YouTube. Mwancho morigereria ngokuganiria weekend engiya esabato enchenu naboigo toche koumiana ritu koria Jumatatu ase omoroberio obokano yominto abwase torachi gutwara abageni ao ase togochi konyara kwa bato kwanera amangana mange na mono aria itanaine ensemo yoborai naboigo siasa ritaria nebo tambe nkuru kwa Jevas Ratemo na nigo twari kubwaterana na Cosmas Mariga oyorenge ase ensemo ya kabiri studio kwanekianga wanyorie chibicha na mariugi ase enchera egwenerete ochakira bono iga ni gonku gotiga asa matera amaya yege Adventista asembeo endo igenderere goseseni wanaro.